So delicious. Right, look at this Magnum Ruby collection. This is called the pre-production dessert. What's up guys, and it's Matthias here from Dynamic Duo, and welcome to another episode of Dynamic Duo episodes. Alright, so today I have some free time before training, so I've been busy the whole morning, and right now I'm back home, so I've been settling some social media stuff, and now I have some free time. Okay, so today's video will be about tips of how to manage your time, store information, or jot down your tasks or even your goals. So for me, I find some of these tips really useful, especially when you are really busy with your work, school, or for me, even training. So all these many events got to be like scheduled in your calendar, jot down here and there, plan your time well so that everything can go smoothly. So if you do not have a proper timetable, you'll be really messy, and then you'll not be able to like achieve your goal really well because like when you have free time then you do this, then after that you have another free time then you do this. So it's not all spread out, like not really spread out across all your commitments. So before we get started, I have this quote for you. You either run your day or let the day run you. Alright, so the first part of the quote, you either run your day. So run your day means you plan your time, you know which time you're going to do what, and you follow accordingly. Or if you do not do that, you let the day run you. So you just let your day pass and you haven't like really fulfilled anything, which is like a waste of time. Alright, let's get started. Okay, tip number 1. Use Google Calendar. So Google Calendar, I'm sure many of you use Google Calendar, but some of you have not really embarked on it or really put all your tasks on it, but I'm telling you it's really useful. So there are 3 good things about Google Calendar. Firstly, when you have like future events, for example, I have work, like my classes are scheduled like 2 weeks or 3 weeks in advance. All my timings will be placed in the individual dates on Google Calendar. So on Google Calendar, you're able to schedule a location, the specific time, some description for things that you need to take note. And most importantly, it is good because you can see a general view of what you have throughout the week, throughout the month, or throughout few months. So if, for example, you have another event, for example, your friend be asking you, oh, on the 20th of September, are you free? So then you can go to 20th September, and if that day there's no appointment, then you can like agree to go out with your friend or something like that. So it's really a good general view. You can plan whatever you want on it. You can set time for training. You know, this date you're going to celebrate your dad's birthday. You know, this date you have to attend a church service. You know, this date you have an exam, or this date you need to complete certain assignment. So it's really good. Alright, and it's getting hot over here because I gotta turn off my fan as usual, or else there'll be like background noise. Okay, so tip number 2 is to use alarm clock. So alarm clock, I'm sure many of you uses it. Is like a feature on your phone. You normally use it to set alarm in the morning so that you will not be late for school. will not be late for work and etc. But do you know that you can use alarm clock for other things? Okay, so alarm clock usually works for tasks that you have to do within a day. Okay, so for example, last time I used to work in Universal Studio. So we do have many meet and greet sessions where we got to bring our cameras to take photos for the characters, meet and greet session. So right, we have like different timings. So the alarm clock is useful because we set a time there before the event, and then it will ring, and then we know that we have to go for the event, so we will not be late. So for same thing for alarm clock, you can set tasks on the day itself. For example, your mom reminds you that before you leave the house for training, you got to bring these gifts, or maybe you got to pass someone something, so you got to remind yourself to take it. So instead of like leaving the house and totally forgetting about it, your alarm will remind you. So it can be for simple tasks like, oh, later before I leave the house I got to vacuum the floor, or like bring something out, etc. Okay, and the third tip I have for you is to use WhatsApp group. So as you know, WhatsApp group is for conversations with your friends or families, where like many people will be in a group and you can like engage in conversations together with your friends for social or for work. So actually you can utilize WhatsApp group for jotting down of notes and jotting down of ideas too. So for WhatsApp group, all you just need to do is to add yourself into a group with someone else, maybe your sister, and then you can kick your sister out, and then you can name the group. For example, for me, I name it Matthias Reminders. So in Matthias Reminders, it's a good place for you to jot down ideas, important information. For example, maybe I got to submit my photo for some application, then I can go to my WhatsApp group and then just jot it down. So at the end of the day, I can then go back to the WhatsApp group and then review it so that I'll not forget. And also WhatsApp group is a good place for you to jot down your ideas. So for me, every time I'm on the bus, when you're not doing anything, out of a sudden I'll think of ideas, like for my podcast and my video like this. So I'll immediately go into my WhatsApp group for myself, and then I'll just jot it down. Alright, so it is for the sudden idea when you're out, or for sudden tasks that needs to be completed like immediately before the week ends or on the day itself. So I hope you use it. Oh my god, sorry guys, it's actually not 5 tips but 6 tips, because I'm looking at my rough paper which I have jot down all my information, and right now, yes, I'm going to talk about rough paper. So same thing, I had this idea of giving you guys tips of how to organize your time, organize the things that you have information. So I all jotted down on this rough paper, and before I forget it, so now I'm using this rough paper to reference when I'm making this video. So rough paper is for random ideas. You can just sketch it out if you're good at drawing for video production, or just write down random things you thought for your video idea, random things you thought to post on your social media, or random things you want to start out. Maybe I want to start out business idea, but I suddenly thought about it and I don't want to forget about it, so I jotted out on my rough paper. So another thing you can do on a rough paper is, for me, for example, on exam week, there are like many exams and assignments. I like to take one rough paper and I write down all the whole list of exams and assignments I have, and they are the tasks to be done. So after doing it, I'll just cancel it off and scribe it off, so it gives me a sense of satisfaction. Alright, number 5 thing is Google Drive. So I'm sure every Gmail account got a Google Drive, right? For me, I got 200 gigabyte in my Google Drive, but for normal users, you do have 30 gigabyte in your Google Drive. It is still useful. So for Google Drive, you're able to store your photos, of course. You can use your Google Drive for backup if your phone do not have enough storage, or you want to send your phone for servicing, you got to back up your photos so you can upload in Google Drive. It is also a good collaboration tools for you and your friend. So for example, you want to collaborate on a group work, you can just put all your information on Google Drive, share it with your friends, and they can retrieve it too. So for me and Joven, we also have a dynamic duo Google Drive, and then we put all our videos and our photos and all our other information in it, and so we both can access it at different timings conveniently. So for Google Drive, what else you can put is documents, Word documents, such as, for example, workout plans, or even Excel sheet, your calendar, your plans for the week, your goals on Excel sheet or Word document, or even your photos, as I said just now. Other things you can put your schoolwork, your school documents, you can segregate. You can put in, for example, I put NYP, and then in NYP I sort out in terms of semester, and in the semester I have all my different modules. In the modules I have my lectures, tutorials, and practicals. I can all segregate it in the individual folders, and when the teacher wants it or when it's time for submission, I can all just retrieve it from there neatly, instead of, like, your normal laptops, everything is just in the download, so it gets really messy. And it's really useful when you're doing group works in school, because when you do group work, all you have to do is just to share it with your friends, and then all 4 of your group members are able to view that Google document, and after you're done, you can just download it and submit onto your online portal. So it's really useful. Alright, number 16, the last thing that I have for you is a notebook. Alright, so a notebook, right, is really a personal thing. It's a really customized thing. You can just try to decorate it, the front page, make it really customized to yourself. It's all the important things and personal things to you. What you can do in a notebook, you can rant in your notebook. You can write down, just rant it all out, release some stress. Second thing, you can jot down all your goals that you have. Alright, and then you can set long-term goals, mid-term goals, short-term goals, all in a notebook. It is very effective to put in a notebook. Why? Because if you think that putting on a laptop is useful, yes, it's useful, but a notebook, it's very practical and it's right in front of your face. So when it's right in front of your face, you can see it physically and it's really realistic. Alright, so other things you can jot down is, for example, tasks in your holiday, you want to do in your holidays. So for me, even during the exam period, I have a notebook, and then I thought of things I want to do during the holidays, such as stack my postings for my social media, send my phone for servicing, and create a workout plan for my holidays, etc. So all these things I'll just jot down on my notebook, and when it comes to holidays, I'll just review it on my notebook and complete the task. So same thing, is a random idea, just jot it down in a notebook. And of course, your notebook have many pages. This can be up to 50 pages. You can just segregate your whole book into school, work, training, or any other things that you want. So for school, same thing. I do have a whole list of tasks, and then I'll just stripe it out. So it gives me an overview of what I have for the week, for the month, or just in general my tasks. So for swim, I also do have a list of all the things I want to improve and all the things to work on, what my coaches gave me, the advices for my training, what are my goals that I want to achieve. And for my work, I do need to come up with video idea and infographic idea every month, and I got to post it on certain dates. So that's when I put all this information in my notebook. So it's all personalized and customized to me. Tips for you is useful. It has given me really a lot of help managing my time and juggling between school and training. So all these are good time management tools. It's about how you use it and make these tools into your daily lives. So it is effective to make your whole life get in shape, and so that you can achieve your goals and of course target whatever you want. So I guess this is all I have for you. Same thing, I have been really busy during the holidays. This video is pre-recorded because I have many tasks coming on, and we're gonna create really good content coming up. Me and Jovan, our editing skills are improving, which we are really happy, and we want to provide you good quality content and even better quality content in the future. So same thing, if you like this video, share with your friends, subscribe to our channel, leave a comment section down below on which tips you have used and whether it helps you. And same thing, do support us on our Instagram and Facebook. We do have Dynamic Duo on our Instagram, the official Dynamic Duo, and we will see you in the next video. Goodbye.